said he suggested a 6 to 9 months timeline for the 16 4G ministers to come out with a leader of your own. What are your thoughts on
well, ESN is speaking with the privilege of watching things rather than being responsible to make it happen. I think we know it's a very serious matter, it's a pressing issue, as the younger ministers have already said in their statement. And they know my timetable, that after the next election, earlier rather than later, I would like to hand over to a successor. And I think that the team is taking shape. The dynamics amongst them, they are working it out. They're learning to work together, and also they need a bit of time for Singaporeans to get the feel of them. Get a feel of them, not just to be known as public figures, but to be responsible for significant policies and taking significant policies through, carrying them, justifying them, defending them, adapting them, making them work, and showing that they deserve to lead. And I think that will be done in good time, as they say. I would not be able to say for certain that it will be settled within the next 6 to 9 months, but it will have to be done in good time, and I'm confident it will be.
PM, if it's settled within the next 6 to 9 months, are you prepared to designate this person as the next PM publicly by this year?
If it is settled, everybody will know. But my assessment is it probably will take a little bit longer. We're going to do a reshuffle after the budget, which will be a significant step in exposing and building the new team and putting them into different portfolios. Successor designation, that will depend on the dynamics, and I would not say that is imminent.
PM, do you have somebody in mind who is most suited for the job?
No, I think that there is a strong team. Each member of the team brings something to the table. They have different strengths, they have different experiences, and different personal styles and characters. But I think if you put their strengths together, we have a strong team in place. Singaporeans become, maybe it's the way the media and public politics is played in many countries nowadays. It's personalized as one person, and the face becomes familiar, and you think everything is done by that person. Actually, it's not. Actually, there's a team. The team works together, and well, they have one, Mr. Lee Hsien Loong said, striker. Now you have to strike from time to time, but you're really also sometimes spokesman on behalf of the team, bringing together a collective wisdom and giving voice to that. Yeah. And I think in the next team, that aspect of it will have to be even more important.
PM, will you be making your views on the relative strengths and weaknesses of each candidate to the group of 16 before they make the decision?
I think we will. If they ask me my views, I will try my best to be helpful. I know that Mr. Lee from time to time used to give his public views of what he thought possible younger members of his team were and what their strengths were. The then younger members of his team, I think, found it always a little bit awkward to be put under the spotlight, and I don't think I need to do that to my younger ministers.
Thank you, PM.
You're shy. You want to take someone?
Yeah, but actually, are we expecting that we can at least see 1 or 2 new DPMs? And do you agree that after you have mentioned 3 cabinet ministers' names in the last PAP convention, is it right to say that we are down to these 3 as the next potential?
No, first of all, I'm not. I'm not expecting to have new DPMs after the budget. Secondly, depending on what the content of the speeches, different ministers get mentioned. So I would not read too much into who's happened to be in one particular speech or not.
But do you agree that these 3 are now the clear forerunners?
I think they're all good ministers.
PM, after the group of 16 choose their leader...
Yes, the group of 16.
The 16 young 4G ministers.
How do you count?
Well, they issued a press release and there were 16 names.
Yeah, okay. I think a lot was made of the fact that they left out 2 of the MOS names there. I think they didn't intend to do that, and I don't think you should put a lot of weight on that.
Okay. After the 4G leaders choose one among them, what would be the role of this person in terms of the next fighting the next general election?
well, he will have to pull his weight, and he'll have to show that he deserves to be what his peers and his colleagues in cabinet think that he can do. I mean, it's necessary. If you are unable to win elections, you cannot be the leader. You can be a great thinker, you can be a great planner, but you have to be in politics.